Good evening, I'm Swastika Panda from OdishaTV.in bringing you today's news from Odisha. First the headlines. State Election Commission says seating of Aadhaar card details with voter cards in Odisha by December 31st this year. President Pranab Mukherjee asked CAG to audit JICA's sewerage and drainage projects being undertaken in Cuttack. Bhubaneswar, Rourkela emerge as frontrunners to be two smart cities of Odisha. State government likely to ask Centre for TAG to 5 cities. Nalco files FIR against Bhubaneswar-based Apollo Hospital for fraudulently inflating medical bills of an employee of the PSU. And in an interesting twist to Deccan Chronicle home to arrest, air hostess Chitra Advani says she had plans to marry a year. Now the details. Bhubaneswar and Rourkela have emerged as the frontrunners among 5 cities to be developed as smart cities. At the meeting of high-level steering committee held for the purpose at the Secretariat yesterday, it came up that the state capital and the steel city fulfill the desired guidelines stipulated by the centre to qualify for the smart city project of the centre. According to sources, on a scale of 0 to 100, Bhubaneswar has scored 70 points and Rourkela has obtained 61.8 points, while Cuttack, Berhampur and Sambalpur have scored 60 points each. However, the committee has decided to urge the centre to include all the 5 cities in the city project. The state government will submit a report to the centre regarding this on July 31st. Housing and Urban Development Special Secretary Shishir Kumar Rath also said the government would recommend the 5 cities for smart city status.
भुवनेश्वर सहर एक नंबर अच्छी तापर आमर जो चारिटा जाक सहर मोरलेस टाई रे अवस्था रे अच्छी तेणुक से दृष्टि को परिप्रेक्षी नहीं कि राउरकेला तापर कटक भुवनेश्वर कटक बरहमपुर और संबलपुर यही सहर गुड़ा को 5 जाक सहर को स्मार्ट सिटी रेकमेंड करने को निष्पत्ति नहीं भुवनेश्वर तो एक नंबर अच्छी 2 नंबर राउरकेला अच्छी
आज प्रचेषार भुवनेश्वर एक नंबर जहाँ आज देखा सिटी लेवल तेणुक एक नंबर अच्छी 70 मार्क आम पाइचु फर्स्ट ईयर जो 20टा शहर टोटल आउट ऑफ 100 शहर भीतर 20टा शहर पाइब सेतरे से कंपटीशन के अचीव करने पे चेष्टा करें.
The National Aluminium Company has lodged a complaint against a Bhubaneswar-based private hospital group for allegedly inflating medical bills of an employee fraudulently. An FIR has been lodged in a Bhubaneswar police station against Apollo Hospital by the manager administration of Nalco Hospitals in Angul in this connection. According to the FIR, a company employee was recently admitted to the Apollo Hospital where he was treated for 5 days. Later, the hospital authorities raised a bill of Rs 5.8 lakh and sent it to Nalco for reimbursement. However, during the scrutiny by an internal committee which approves the medical bills, the details were analysed and it was found that a medical equipment used for the surgery was procured from Kolkata-based Vista Enterprises Limited. When Nalco contracted Vista, it found that no such equipment was reportedly purchased from it as mentioned by Apollo. Police have begun investigation into the matter. The state government yesterday announced a scheme for facilitating pilgrimage for senior citizens, irrespective of their religion, to places both inside and outside the state. Notably, this was a commitment made in the BJD manifesto on the eve of polls last year. According to reports, the government would provide a slew of facilities such as special trains, medical aid and free food and lodging at the destinations. However, government servants and income tax payers have been excluded from this scheme.
Development Union Commission को अध्यक्षतार गोटे कमिटी हबो एवं सेतरे मोडालिटीज प्रस्तुत हबो एवं ए संपर्क रे IRCTC सहित खूब शीघ्र एक बुझाणा पत्र स्वाक्षरित होबाकू जाउछि किंतु एही योजना रे जो माने आयकर दौथिबे एवं जो माने सरकारी चाकरी हेते समाने एतपय योग्य विवेचित हेबे नाही.
The strike by truckers in protest of the new tariff fixation mechanism entered its 4th day yesterday, bringing mineral transportation in Keonjhar and Sundargarh district to a standstill. As many as 19 truck and tripper associations are taking part in the strike. Around 30,000 trucks and trippers in the 2 mineral-rich districts have been on strike, protesting against the state government's move to fix a ceiling on transport cost and award of transportation contracts through the e-tendering process. Earlier on Wednesday, Commerce and Transport Minister Ramesh Chandra Majhi told media persons that the Transport Commissioner had submitted a report and freight rate would be fixed soon. Notably, the state government decided to introduce a ceiling price for transportation charges last month. As per the new pricing mechanism, any violation of the ceiling will attract cancellation of licenses of the airing agencies.
साइडिंग गुडारे लक्ष लक्ष लेबर करूछन्ते आज एठी टोटल 2 जिल्ला रे आज सेतरे लोक माने बसी रहिछन्ते श्रमिक माने तापरे भी सरकार निद भांगुनी माननीय मंत्री निद भांगुनी से दुखद विषय कथा से अगस्त 15 को निर्धारित करुछन
और ट्रांसपोर्ट कमिशन का चेयरमैनशिप एक बैठक बसी एवं से ट्रांसपोर्ट कमिशन तांकर रिपोर्ट वर्तमान राज्य सरकार को से दे सारी तेणु खूब शीघ्र मिनेराल ट्रांसपोर्ट कॉस्ट जो रही खूब शीघ्र निष्पत्ति नापी सरकार चूड़ांत निष्पत्ति करने जाउछन्ति।
Keeping in mind the deficient rainfalls in various districts, Chief Minister Navin Patnaik yesterday directed the Irrigation Department to revive the canals in Puri and Jagatsinghpur districts which have received the least rainfall. Moreover, Patnaik also ordered to repair all the defunct lift irrigation points while reviewing the crop and rainfall situation in the state. The meeting also decided to provide seeds for paddy, pulses and other crops having low harvesting period. Notably, the state has received 6% deficient rainfall so far this year.
चारोटी जिल्ला रे जेतिक आवश्यक वृष्टि हेई नाही ता मध्यरे पुरी जिल्ला एवं जगतसिंहपुर जिल्ला अन्यतम तेणु युद्धकालीन भित्तिरे ये केनाल गुड़िक आसंता काली ठारू खोआ जीवा पाई व्यवस्था सपई पाई Principal Secretary Irrigation को direction दिया.
In an interesting twist to the tale of air hostess Chitra Atwani's link with arrested Deccan Chronicle Vice President P.K. Iyer, police yesterday revealed that they shared an intimate relationship and were planning to get married in future. A special team of Commissionerate Police, which had gone to Atwani's Darbhanga residence in Bihar to interrogate her, returned on Wednesday. Police said that during questioning, she disclosed her relationship with Iyer. She also cited that due to the close association, she had booked in her name a hotel room in Bhubaneswar from where Iyer was arrested. The police quizzed her as they wanted to know the nature of relationship between Atwani and Iyer, who was wanted by CBI in a bank loan fraud case to the tune of Rs 357 crore. Police found that Iyer had first arrived at the 5-star hotel with Atwani at about 2 a.m. on February 14th. They had stayed together for 10 days before she left the hotel. Iyer, however, booked a room in the hotel in her name and continued to stay till his arrest on June 6th.
Basically, examination से clarify करिसंती जे जो लोको CBI द्वारा wanted थिला Iyer से ताकरो intimate friend अच्छी ताकरो सहित से आगे further marriage करिबार plan भी रखु छी सो सेति पई से होटल रे आसीतिले से कहूची से हम निजे बुक कराइतिली होटल से कहूची जे मु ताकरो को केस कोन अछि अथवा कोन सीबीआई करूची से कहूची मते तार किछ नॉलेज नै.
The State Election Commission has targeted to complete the seeding of Aadhaar details with electoral photo identity cards, better known as voter cards, in the state by December 31st this year. A review meeting between Chief Secretary G.C. Pati and State Chief Electoral Officer Devendranath Gupta revealed that in order to ensure error-free linking of Aadhaar by the stipulated deadline, the process has been started since March 2015. Talking to the media after the meeting, Gupta said the Chief Secretary has reviewed the progress and as per the guidelines of the Election Commission of India, the exercise will be completed by December 31st. The official added, as of now, seeding of 87 lakh cards has already been done and the process for the remaining 2.09 crore cards would be completed by the end of this December. Gupta further stated voters can seed their Aadhaar number with their voter card data online through National Voter Services portal www.nvsp.in or by filling up a form dedicated for the said service. He said the Commission will be undertaking the exercise of correction of electoral rolls and also deletion of those names which have been recorded more than once. According to sources in the Commission, linking of voter cards with Aadhaar cards will ensure that all the required information about a citizen can be verified easily and necessary changes in case of any identified discrepancy can be done. Also, the project will enable deduplication of electors' database by weeding out the fraudulent voter card holders. The Commission is planning to organize special camps for this process, apart from carrying out online and SMS campaigns.
प्रथमे ऑनलाइन माध्यम रे आपण coodisha.nic.in এই वेबसाइट को जीवे किंबा eci.nic.in रो वेबसाइट को जीवे ताको क्लिक कला परे आपण पाइबे नेशनल वोटर सर्विस पोर्टल लेखाई थबो NVSP पोर्टल ताको क्लिक करिवे NVSP पोर्टल को क्लिक कले सेठी से मागिबो आपणकर एपिक नंबर आधार नंबर आपणकर एपिक नंबर प्रदान करिवे एवं आधार नंबर प्रदान करिवे तो से प्रदान कले ऑटोमेटिक से लिंक हे जिवो एहा करिया द्वारा हमर कोन हबो जो वोटर कार्ड रो आधार कार्ड रो तथ्य वोटर कार्ड को ट्रांसफर हे जिवो
टुडे Chief Secretary reviewed the progress, and based on the guidelines of Election Commission of India, we will be completing this exercise by December 2015. We will be also taking exercise for correction of electoral rolls, deletion of those names which have been recorded more than once.
The Orissa High Court yesterday completed the hearing on the bail plea of Seachor Group Director Prabhat Kumar Dash and reserved its verdict. Dash, the younger brother of the company's CMD Prashant Kumar Dash, was arrested by CBI in January this year in connection with the probe into the multi-crore rupee chit fund scam in the state. His counsel told Judge Sangam Kumar Sahu that his client had cooperated with the prosecution earnestly while pleading for bail. CBI counsel opposed it, saying that being a director of the company, he might tamper with the evidence at a time when the money trial angle is currently being probed. The High Court adjourned the hearing on the bail application to July 30th. Prabhat was arrested by the crime branch from Mumbai in June 2013 for his alleged role in duping hundreds of investors of around rupees 1,200 crore. Prashant is in jail for over 2 years now, and his bail applications have been turned down by several courts. Justice Sahu, while adjudicating the bail applications, also adjourned the hearing on the pleas made by suspended BJD MP Ramchandra Hasda and former BJP MLA Hitesh Bagarti to July 30th. Both Hasda and Bagarti were arrested in November last year in connection with Nabadiganta chit fund scam. The Economic Offences Wing of the Crime Branch yesterday raided the office of Samruddha Jeevan Multi-State Multi-Purpose Cooperative Society, a chit fund company, on charges of illegally taking deposits from public. According to reports, a team of EOW sleuths led by Crime Branch Superintendent of Police raided its office located at IRC village in Nayapalli area of the city and seized various important documents. Sources said the police are checking the documents of the Ponzi firm and examining some important facts such as where the company was registered, for how long it has been operational, how many offices it has, and from how many people it had deposits since its existence. The Reserve Bank of India on January 27th wrote to the State Finance Department seeking action against some multi-state credit cooperative societies which are allegedly collecting deposits illegally from the public.
2010 मसीह भुवनेश्वर ऑफिस है सोसाइटी जो मैंने मेंबर होती ही केवल खाली कैश रिसीव हो डिपोजिट रिसीव होना बेनियम कार्यक्रम किसी तो है नहीं से जांच करते जांच करला बारे से कहबे
At least 6 persons, including 4 women, were killed and 3 others critically injured when a jeep they were travelling in collided head-on with a bus at Pike Mall in Bargarh district yesterday. The vehicle was carrying the passengers to Padampur Subdivisional Hospital when it collided with the private bus coming from the opposite direction. While 6 people died on the spot, 3 others sustained grievous injuries. Police rushed to the spot and rescued the injured people trapped in the vehicle. They were rushed to the local hospital and then transferred to VSS Institute of Medical Science and Research at Burla, where their condition was stated to be critical. Police said the bus driver fled the scene. The driver of the vehicle, who was killed in the incident, has not yet been identified. 5 hardcore Maoists, including 2 women, surrendered before the police in Malkangiri district yesterday, accusing the Red Rebels of deviating from their ideology and exploiting poor tribals. The 5, allegedly involved in over 50 criminal cases, decided to return to social mainstream as they were disillusioned with the Maoist. Malkangiri SP Mitra Bhanu Mahapatra said after the Naxals surrendered before him. The Red Rebels, Subha Madkami alias Raju, Laka Kabasi, Bhime Madi alias Kumari, Soma Madkami alias Bikram, and Dibe Madkami belong to different villages in Kali Mela area of the district. Of them, Bhime and Bebe were active women ultras, while the state government had announced ₹1 lakh reward each for Subha and Soma. Police said the 5 Maoists felt that the Red Rebels were unleashing atrocities on the poor tribals and women and exploiting them in the name of revolution.
5 जन माओवादी आत्मसमर्पण करिसंती सेमानक मध्यरु 2 जन महिला अंतर्भुक्त अछंती आज जो सरेंडर करचंती सेमाने हेले सुबा माडकामी अलियास राजू से कटअफ एलओएस रे काम करुथिले एवं से पार्टी सहित जो तेलुगु कैडर मानकर अत्याचार सही न पारी से आज आम सरेंडर करचंती तांको ऊपर सरकार 1 लाख टंकार पुरस्कार घोषणा करथिले। आउ जने होचंती सोमा पडियामी अलियास विक्रम से कालीमणा एलओएस रे सक्रिय भूमिका ग्रहण करथिले तांको ऊपर मध्ये सरकार 1 लाख टंकार पुरस्कार घोषणा करथिले। यह व्यतीत लाखा कवासी भीमे माड़ी अलियास कुमारी और देबे माडकामी एमाने कालीमणा एलओएस रे विप्लवी महिला संघ रे सक्रिय मिलिशिया रूपे कार्य करथुले। सेमाने पार्टी सहित निजर पार्टी आदर्श दूर हो जाइथिबारु डिसिल्यूजन हेकि आज आम पाखरे सरेंडर करछन। सेमानकु जहा सरेंडर बेनिफिट अछि सरेंडर बेनिफिट पाइबे ताछडा रिहैबिलिटेशन एंड कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग पई आमे स्टेप नबु।
President Pranab Mukherjee has asked the Comptroller and Auditor General to initiate an audit of the funding and implementation of the sewerage and drainage project being undertaken in Cuttack with financial aid from Japan International Cooperation Agency (JICA). The direction from Mukherjee's office followed a complaint from Odia Yuva Manch, drawing attention to the inordinate delay in implementation of the project as well as low-quality work. In the memorandum, Manch President Rohan Mahanti had appealed for an audit of the project that has undergone substantial cost escalation from the original estimate of ₹1,200 crore to ₹1,950 crore in 2013-14. Even as 2 years have lapsed since the MOU was signed in 2013-14, only 30 to 35% of work has been completed. The petition read that the quality of works, particularly in Cuttack, is demonstratively poor, raising questions over the longevity and sustainability of the sewerage system. It further said that there is no clarity on the repayment pattern by the government. The JICA project involves construction of an integrated sewerage system with underground gravity sewer line of 375 km covering entire Cuttack. Besides, 29 pumping stations and 3 sewage treatment plants would also be set up. It also entails a complete revamp of the 2 main stormwater channels covering a length of 23 km. Before wrapping up the headlines once again, State Election Commission says seeding of Aadhaar card details with voter cards in Odisha by December 31st this year. President Pranab Mukherjee asked CAG to audit JICA's sewerage and drainage projects being undertaken in Cuttack. Bhubaneswar, Rourkela emerge as frontrunners to be 2 smart cities of Odisha. State government likely to ask Centre for TAG to 5 cities. NALCO files FIR against Bhubaneswar-based Apollo Hospital for fraudulently inflating medical bills of an employee of the PSU. And in an interesting twist to Deccan Chronicle Honcho arrest, air hostess Chitra Advani says she had plans to marry Iyer. Thank you for watching. Good night.